when it comes to the election, the counting that concluded by the end of the day to make the formal announcement of the next new Vice President of India. As far as when it comes to the NDA's candidate, C.P. Radhakrishnan, who won the VP elections by over 150 votes against his competitor, and celebrations that began in the capital last evening, even as Prime Minister met C.P. Radhakrishnan at Union Minister Prahlad Joshi's residence to congratulate him. Now, a total of 767 votes were cast, with 15 being ruled as invalid. Now, a total of 752 votes were split between the two candidates. Now, while the NDA candidate secured 452 votes, B. Sudarshan Reddy, the India bloc candidate, faced that picked up 300 votes. However, the fact that Justice Sudarshan Reddy managed to secure only 300 votes when they had more MPs in their favor certainly now raises questions of cross-voting and who betrayed the opposition bloc, especially when it comes to making the NDA candidate to surpass the expectations of crossing the majority mark. Now, when we speak of such questions that are now being raised, there are top sources who suggest about when we speak of the opposition MPs who may have not followed the party line. It could be 3 RJD MPs who cross-voted in the vice presidential elections. It could be 1 MP from the JMM. And this is a surprise. 6 MPs from the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, remember, the India bloc claimed that the Aam Aadmi Party was on board with the candidature of B. Sudarshan Reddy, but sources now suggest that at least 6 of them voted in favor of the NDA candidate. Meanwhile, Shiv Sena MP Naresh Mahaske has also gone on to claim that even MPs from the UBT faction and from NCP Sharad Pawar faction cross-voted in the elections to choose the next vice president. This is a big development that has now taken place when the election results last evening were announced.
को ये तो तय था कि एनडीए के जो उम्मीदवार हैं वो तो चुन के आएंगे। मैं सुबह भी आपको बोला था, जो हमारे जो टारगेट है, हमारे जो वोट्स है 427, उससे ज्यादा वोट हमें मिलेंगे और उससे ज्यादा वोट हमें मिले हैं। महाराष्ट्र के यूबीटी के, एनसीपी के जो खासदार है, कुछ कांग्रेस के खासदार है, वो नाराज थे, अपने नेतृत्व पे नाराज थे, तो उन्होंने शायद हमें वोट दिया है, ऐसा हमें लग रहा है, और 100% उन्होंने हमको वोट दिया है। महाराष्ट्र के जो राज्यपाल थे वो वाइस प्रेसिडेंट के लिए खड़े थे। महाराष्ट्र का अस्मिता का जो एक विषय था, इसीलिए महाराष्ट्र के लोगों ने उनको वोट दिए होंगे।
So, Nyamika, good morning. All that we have been hearing ever since when it comes to the two candidates that were brought face to face is, when it comes to morality and your Antaratma ki awaaz. Is this the Antaratma ki awaaz that was heard by the opposition MPs who rather cross-voted and made the NDA candidate win even beyond expectations because they already knew that numbers are not stacked up in their favor?
Well, yes, indeed, as on one side it is the Congress party stating that it is a moral victory for Sudarshan Reddy, for the opposition as well. But on the other side, a major question arises here is that it was Jairam Ramesh who had yesterday made this tweet claiming that 315 votes have been cast by the opposition MPs yesterday during polling, but the numbers which have gone in favor of Mr. Sudarshan Reddy is 300 only. So, the question here is that who was the one who had cross-voted, who had supported the NDA candidate, Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan, as several of the sources within the India bloc parties only have told times now that Aam Aadmi Party MPs have done this cross-voting. Not just that, but they were also having suspicion over the UVT Sena and the Sharad Pawar-led NCP, as they were of the view that it is only because C.P. Radhakrishnan was the governor in the state of Maharashtra. So there is a high possibility that some of the MPs from the Maharashtra state, they have voted in favor of the NDA candidate. But apart from that, what is more surprising is that some of the RJD leaders have also, voted in support of C.P. Radhakrishnan. All of this is going to be introspected by the opposition parties in the upcoming weeks, as we have also, spoken to several of the leaders, and they are of the viewpoint that it was also a test of the opposition's unity.
So will it be their Antaratma ki awaaz, or will now there be introspection? Because the extent of the victory margin for the NDA candidate is coming across as a setback to the opposition India bloc, which had claimed with confidence that all of the 315 MPs remain united in the election and have apparently voted for Sudarshan Reddy, which now doesn't seem so. Now, while CP Radhakrishnan secured a comfortable victory when it comes to the numbers, the Congress, however, is calling this as moral and a political victory for the opposition bloc. This is right even after losing their candidate. They say that Sudarshan Reddy managed to secure 40% of the votes as only compared to 26% of the votes that were cast in 2022, and hence, according to them and this reading of the numbers that has gone up, they believe that the opposition bloc is even more powerful and united. Some of you have already been reminded of similar claims that has been made when the BJP came back to power after the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. However, there are apparently 14 MPs who seem to have cross-voted during the elections, and this again has revived the Congress's vote chori narrative. This post was put out just earlier by the Congress party, where they are once again insinuating of a possible vote fraud. Now, there are others as well who use this election to once again revive their anti-EVM narrative. They ask why the Prime Minister who casts his vote using the ballot paper is not being elected himself by a similar paper ballot system. Well, there has been reactions that continue to come in from the Vipaksh side. The BJP says that they are not ready to accept their defeat.
देखिए, देश के लिए सुखद खबर है कि एनडीए के उम्मीदवार सीपी राधाकृष्णन जी देश के उपराष्ट्रपति होंगे। उनको 452 से ज्यादा वोट मिला। विपक्षी सांसदों ने भी अंतरात्मा के आवाज पे वोट दिया, उनको पसंद किया।
तो इसमें कोई शक नहीं कि क्रॉस वोटिंग हुई है। इनको तो बदल सकते हैं, सांसदों को तो छीन सकते हैं, लेकिन जनता को नहीं छीन पाएंगे। जनता धीरे धीरे पूरी तरह से इंडिया गठबंधन की तरफ मुड़ रही है।
राहुल गांधी जी को जरूर था कि अंतरात्मा की आवाज पर वोट देना चाहिए, तो उनकी अंतरात्मा की आवाज को सुनते हुए और जिस तरह का उपराष्ट्रपति के उम्मीदवार का उन्होंने चयन किया था, उसके कारण 25 से ज्यादा लोगों ने क्रॉस वोटिंग की है।
अनफॉर्चुनेटली 15 वोट रिजेक्ट हुए हैं, इनवैलिड हुए हैं और 300 वोट ऑपोजिशन को।
Candidate has won with a whooping majority, I would say 452 votes, first preference, and this is also shows something about the cross voting. But Congress says that it is the moral victory of Congress, and they also, and Mr. Khadge has also commented that they would expect that VP elect would not succumb to the dispensation and also give equal voice to opposition. How do you react to that?
Well, I think after so many defeats over the last 11 years, the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is indisputable, and I wish the Congress many more such moral victories, because their helplessness in defeat after defeat is reflected in their behavior, in their comments, and in their continuous attack on constitutional authorities. The Honorable Vice President-elect has won by a thumping majority. We've seen a huge number of the opposition India Alliance members also voting for Honorable Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan ji. And even after that, the Congress does not learn their lessons, and they have already started casting aspersions or attacking the Honorable Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan ji. It is truly condemnable, and this is the reason why the Congress and their leaders have lost the faith and trust of the people of India.
Now, this is what the Union Minister is of the opinion, saying that the Antaratma ki Awaaz or the conscience seems to have been affected when it comes to the opposition MPs as well, who may have been influenced and would have cross-voted against their party line and in favor of the NDA candidate. However, as far as the Vipaksh is concerned, this is where they are in a way congratulating CP Radhakrishnan as well, but also reminding him of his credentials and his past. This is Congress's Udit Raj saying कि CP Radhakrishnan जी के 2025 के उपराष्ट्रपति चुनाव में विजयी होने पर बधाई और आशा है कि आरएसएस से ऊपर उठकर अपनी जिम्मेदारी को निभाएंगे। बताने की जरूरत नहीं कि देश के हित आरएसएस के ऊपर है, जिंदगी एक मिली है और उम्र भी बहुत हो चुकी है, इसलिए प्रधानमंत्री मोदी के दबाव में काम नहीं करेंगे, ऐसी उम्मीद करता हूं। उदित राज जी इज कनेक्टेड विद अस ऑन द फोन लाइन। सर, वी आर लिसनिंग एंड वी आर लिसनिंग टू योर रिएक्शन, और आपने जो ट्वीट पोस्ट करा है, यू आर ऑफ कोर्स एक्सटेंडिंग योर बेस्ट विशेज टू द न्यू वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, बट ऑल्सो व्हेन इट कम्स टू द आरएसएस एंड द पास्ट, एज फार एज him having a lot of political and administrative experience as well, you are giving some sort of a hint or a reminder. आप किस तरफ इशारा कर रहे हैं सर?
As a citizen, I must caution him. Of course, he must carry out his duty in a manner which it is required, because he is no longer now BJP person, RSS person, and he is vice president of all. What's wrong in it?
No, before that, because he was also holding a constitutional position, and that was also the governor of the state of Maharashtra. Do you believe that at that point of holding that constitutional position would have been a compromise for him just because he's been part of the RSS?
See, his basic training has been done in RSS laboratory. However, definitely has functioned on different posts. But what's the harm in reminding him? As a citizen, I can remind, and certainly I can caution.
But what about as far as the party leaders there from within the opposition bloc, Mr. Udit Raj? Because is there a concern? Because there has been cross-voting as being reported with multiple opposition MPs who seems to have voted in favor for Mr. Radhakrishnan.
I don't know anything. You have any evidence who did cross voting? Unless until it is established, approved, how can we say who has done it?
All right, because it went beyond expectations as far as when it comes to the numbers. They're suggesting that there has been other MPs from the opposition who may have heard their Antaratma ki awaaz and may have voted in favor of the NDA candidate. Thank you very much, Mr. Udit Raj, for joining in. As far as the election of the Vice President, as been said by the Union Minister Piyush Goyal, has been conducted in a free and fair manner, and voting that takes place with secrecy, and multiple opposition MPs seem to have voted in favor of CP Radhakrishnan, who now becomes the next Vice President of India. With that, we head into a short break.